Hey everyone, welcome back to We Are Chattin, your Penn State Brandywine podcast. We're your hosts, Ava Clements.
And Natalie DeMario.
And today we are chatting with Meaghan Daly.
Meaghan is a Brandywine alum, founder and CEO of her own company, and lover of all things fashion. Meaghan, it's great to have you here today. Welcome to the podcast studio.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, so let's just dive right in. Let's start from the top.
All right.
And can you talk to us about what led you to becoming a student at Penn State Brandywine?
Sure. I actually had a cousin who attended Penn State Brandywine. He did the 2+2 program, so he ended up at University Park where he finished his degree. But I had no idea about the Penn State Brandywine campus. I actually went to Penn State Berks for a year, and I played soccer there. And then I took a gap year, and then I found out about Brandywine. And I remember I was specifically over at Viro, and I had a really good feeling while I was touring the campus, and I thought, okay, I think I'm going to go here. So it was sort of meant to be, but yeah, I fell in love with
I think
it.
that's a lot of cases for a lot of students.
Right.
Like once they come here, they're like, yeah, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
You don't even realize that it's like in your backyard. Where are you from, around the area too?
No, I'm from Delaware.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, so
Okay.
about
So
40
what,
minutes.
what kind of like made you think like Penn State?
Growing up, I had a soccer coach who went to Penn State and played soccer, and I wanted to be like her. So said, I think I'm going to go to Penn State. And then I was recruited to play at Penn State Berks,
Gotcha.
which was
Okay.
Division III. So,
Okay.
But I had a lot of fun there. Yeah.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Very cool. So as a communication arts and sciences major, what was your involvement like on campus?
I wasn't super involved on campus, I'll be honest. I think it was because I only did 2 years here on campus, my last 2 years. So I was sort of finding my way. And yeah, I guess I just didn't really know how to get involved. I also had a lot of classes that I had to finish. But I did have friends who were part of like SGA and Thon. So I definitely was aware of, the activities and the groups and clubs on campus. I just personally wasn't super involved. I was more also of an observer.
Yes. Yeah.
I was a bit timid. So it took me a bit to get, I guess, to find my footing here.
Yeah.
But I did eventually. Yeah.
good,
Okay.
good.
Okay.
So I guess to kind of take that involvement to being post-grad, so now you're a part of the Alumni Society and the advisory board at Penn State Brandywine. So how did those roles change your relationship with your alma mater?
Yeah, I've become way more involved as an alum, with Penn State overall, but specifically Penn State Brandywine in general. I made so many friends being on the Alumni Society since joining, including the advisory board as well. But I think those roles, I've really just been able to give back more as an alum, and I've appreciated my degree more as an alum than I did as a student. Learning about how Penn State is really, the biggest alumni network in the world. That really opened up my eyes, allowed me to network with people more. So, yeah, I think it's really been eye-opening for me as an alum to see all the benefits of being a Penn Stater, whether it's going to apply for a job or network with someone who is a Penn Stater who can help me. It's just been life-changing for me.
Yeah, and I think it's super helpful for students, too, to kind of connect with former students who went to Brandywine, specifically Brandywine, not just Penn State, but like people who went to the local campuses. I think it's nice to have someone to look up to and to kind of guide them through post-grad.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Alumni Society, I feel like we don't even realize the networking capacity of it until you're getting a little bit older. You're in your third and your fourth year, or you're graduating, and then the connections really start to show, and it's huge. And it's
it is.
never-ending.
I mean, when I look at job postings online, especially on LinkedIn, like it shows you how many Penn State people
Work there.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like it's almost on every job app. Like I'm
Yes.
not even. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's great to hear.
So to kind of shift gears a little bit, we understand that you own your own fashion line called Meaghan Page LLC. Can you tell us your inspiration for starting that and what your line kind of features?
Yeah, I started it while I was a student at Penn State Brandywine.
Wow.
My great aunt, my Chuchi Bet, she passed away in 2014 on Valentine's Day, funny enough. But she left behind a handful of supplies and sewing supplies. So I think it was the fall of 2015 when I really started to design. And it sort of just happened really randomly. I was always an illustrator, and so I sort of took the two skills of designing and then illustrating and creating my own collections. And from there, Meaghan Page started, and it wasn't an LLC at first. It was more so a hobby.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed, just making clothes and having fun with it. But I think once I graduated, that's when I became an LLC and saw, people were wanting to buy my designs. So that's what made me want to continue to make it a business.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And I think it really resonates with a lot of young entrepreneurs here who are trying to kind of branch out and start their own business. So to see someone that did become successful in that, I think it's a good thing, it really is.
Very inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what was the transition like from being a student with this creative idea to showing your designs at places like New York and London Fashion Week?
No one prepares you for that.
I bet.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I wasn't expecting that at all. Like I said, it was more so a hobby for me, and I was having just so much fun, creating designs. And learning also about the fashion industry. Like, I interned in New York City before I graduated. So I was sort of involved with the fashion industry in that way. I was able to see a small designer, what she did day to day. So it helped me sort of imagine for myself what my day to day could look like if I were to be a designer full time. But the transition from college to, post grad it's really hard to explain unless you go through it yourself. But for me, I didn't really have a plan when I graduated, and I wish I did have a plan. My plan was originally, my thought was to go to New York City. That's what I wanted to do. And it was just really hard to find a job there in fashion. It's very competitive anyway, marketing, whatever it would have been, communications. So I think I struggled a bit for the first few years to figure out what I wanted to do. And eventually just, I found my way. I found a job. But when you're starting a clothing brand, it's really tough, and especially if you don't have a lot of money to fund it, if you don't have a lot of experience, you don't know certain people who can help you get to where you want to be, it's very challenging. So I would say it was a challenging time for me, but I was having fun with it. I was learning, and you only learn from it.
Yeah.
Well, when you have a passion like that, I mean, you'll find a way to make it work.
I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you always will.
Yeah, and I think like enjoying it kind of beats the, this is a struggle, this is hard for me to get somewhere, feel like I'm, climbing up the ladder. But I think just like enjoying it is, and also like it's refreshing to hear like, it was this easy coming out of college, or it was this easy to get started.
Yeah.
So it's refreshing to hear that, there was some challenges that you had to overcome.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. Was there a particular moment in your life where you knew like, I want to take my passion for fashion to the next level and really pursue it?
I think it must have been when I graduated, because people were asking me to make clothes for them.
Okay.
And so I thought, okay, I'll continue doing this. It isn't just something that I like to do. So I think that would be my answer. Yeah.
Okay.
Was it like family, friends that were asking you, or like companies?
A little of both. I ended up selling some of my designs at Philadelphia stores on 16th and South. And that was probably 2017 and 2018. And from there, I did a lot of local art festivals where I sold my clothes and had people come up to me and ask for custom clothing as well, for things like kimonos, dresses, coats, things like that. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm making money out of this. Like I need to be an LLC. Right. I need to, for tax reasons. But yeah,
that's great. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
I love that.
I know we just talked about some challenges that you faced, but were there any, what were the biggest challenges that you would say after launching your own brand just right out of college?
I think exposure was tough because a lot of people didn't know about me. I mean, listen, Penn State did such a favor to me for, promoting my brand while I was here and my efforts as a designer and alum. But I think, exposure was one of them. Like I said, funding at first was difficult because I was unemployed. I just graduated.
Right.
Didn't have, a lot of money. And I think finding that community of people who could help me was a struggle. Like I said, that's, I think, why I was gravitating towards New York City, because I had that experience of interning in, for a fashion designer and was learning from her. But I didn't know all the ins and outs of a business. And I'm still learning about it, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah. So I'd say those few things.
And I feel like while New York City does have all the resources, I think it's hard to get those resources, and it's hard to make it and really find someone that is willing to take you under your wing, because I mean there's plenty of people, but it's just the people that are willing to help.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
tough.
you probably won't find a fashion designer who wants to mentor you. To be honest, like it's very competitive. And, And I was going to say something else, and I can't remember what it was, but
It's okay.
I think you
It'll come back
touched
to
on
you.
it. Yeah.
So to shift gears again, we know that you're involved with the Launchbox here at Penn State Brandywine. Why is it important for you to stay involved with entrepreneurship programs?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so proud of Launchbox. I'm so proud of how far it's come. I was actually the first grant recipient of the Penn State Brandywine Launchbox. I think at the time it wasn't called Launchbox yet; it was called something else.
Okay.
But to be part of the program still, and to see how far it's grown has really helped. It's really been cool for me to see the growth, and I'm really proud. And I think it really comes down to my community, like being able to see the impact that Launchbox is continuing to have on the community and local startups, even students, like high school students, are involved, which is really cool. Even to see people who are retired who are launching businesses, you know, or who are laid off from their job and they're starting a business, like just to see the impact that Launchbox has had on the community. I think that's why I'm still involved. And entrepreneurs are they're like superheroes to me. My dad's an entrepreneur. His dad was an entrepreneur. I really gravitate toward those people because it's like magical to me to see them come up with, an idea or solve a problem and want to help. I think just seeing that impact and being able to relate to them in that way is really inspiring to me. So anyway, I can help and support.
Yeah, totally. I think it's super inspiring just to see someone go through that journey and be able to make something from their own.
Yeah, absolutely. And having the Launchbox here is even better. I mean,
I'm so excited about the makerspace.
Right?
It's awesome.
Yes, it's like we have our own built-in community of people that are ready and willing to help you take anything to the next level, which is not a lot of people have access to that. Yeah, so it's really awesome. Yeah. So what's one piece of advice that you would give to current students who are thinking about starting their own business or embarking on creative endeavors while still in school?
I would say definitely start an LLC if you can. And then also go work for someone who is doing what you want to do. I think that's really the key to success. Just sort of getting your hands dirty, learning everything you can, failing, which is really important. You learn a lot from the lows and you do the highs. So I would say, work as much as you can for as long as you can for someone else that's doing what you want to do. And in the meantime, start your LLC, start your marketing plan, find your Instagram handle, if you need to trademark something, if you need to prototype something, like go for it, do that in the meantime. But lay low about it and go ahead and work for somebody else and try to, I think for me, I did it the opposite way. Like I started an LLC while not having enough experience, but I've learned along the way, you know, and I'm really grateful for all of the success I've had and all of the failures I've had, I think I wouldn't be where I am without that. So those would be my two pieces of advice. Start your LLC and work for someone else.
Yeah. And I think it can be super intimidating at first, but I mean, just from your success and a lot of success that's come out of the Launchbox, I think it's possible if you just really put in that work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And some people just get lucky.
Right.
Like
that too.
Sometimes that just happens, and you have opportunities come your way. Like British Vogue, for example, I didn't see that coming. I was working a full-time job and that I wasn't enjoying, and I got an email out of the blue from someone at British Vogue, and I said, "This isn't real. There's no way this is a real thing," and it was. But I, like I said, luck and maybe the preparation I had, was leading me in that direction. So sometimes things just happen.
Yeah. But, and I mean, your stuff is super talented. I've seen it online, and it's definitely worth taking a look at.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know Natalie and I are both, we do like fashion. We keep up with the
I
trends.
can tell.
So
very
yeah,
fashionable. Thank you. Our thumbnail should be us with our full outfits on.
Yes,
yeah. Let's do that.
Fit check.
We'll definitely do that. Yeah. We'll do a TikTok to go along with it.
Oh yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Perfect.
All right. I guess let's move into a segment we like to call Rapid Chattin', where we fire off some rapid fire questions. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. If you could describe your sense of style in 3 words, what would they be?
Classic. Sort of minimal. And I don't know. In the summer, it's like boho.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I like
It's like
that.
vacation.
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
summer
I would
vibe.
say I'm pretty close to that. Yeah.
What are yours?
Oh my gosh. Classic chic.
Say that
You're gonna say chic. I know. That's
favorite
okay.
word. It's my favorite word.
And probably. Oh my gosh.
Two's fine.
Two's fine. Okay. Come back to me.
I feel like there
Okay.
aren't too many categories.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You know.
I was gonna go with chic and
Okay.
unique
Unique.
and
Perfect.
niche.
Niche. I like
Okay,
that.
those are
Very
like
good,
synonyms,
very
but
good.
it's fine. We'll
All
roll
right,
with
That's
it.
a good one. That's a good one.
All right, what's one fashion fad that you wish would come back?
To be honest, I'm not a fan of anything from the past.
There's a reason why it's
It's
not
in
in
the past.
anymore.
Right.
I mean, listen, as a designer, you're supposed to look to the past in order to predict the future, and I do that. But a lot of the time, I think I don't want to ever wear that. Like, I don't know if
Right.
anybody wants to wear that. So, can I say what I wish wouldn't come back?
Oh, I would love to hear that actually.
And no hate here, no judgment. But as a millennial, I'm gonna say I hated skinny jeans.
I knew that was coming.
Oh,
I knew
I'm
that was
so
coming.
with you on that
I
one.
hated skinny jeans. I still don't. I don't like the tightness.
Yes,
I think.
yes,
Like
yes.
I will say, if you are gonna wear them with like a knee-high boot.
Yes.
Wear them with hunter green boots. You know, rain boots.
yeah.
But anything below the shin, I think no. Like keep the boot above the shin, shin length or above if you're wearing skinny jeans. That's just my 2 cents.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'd say the same. Yeah, they're in the back of my closet, the very back of my
know.
closet.
But you guys aren't you're Gen Z.
Gen Z.
we're Gen Z.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So do you guys wear skinny jeans at all?
Not no more.
I maybe throw them on occasionally in the winter, but I
You
will.
still do?
If I am, they're going to be boot cut.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
If they're skinny jeans,
So it's a little bit better. It's a
they'll-
little bit
they're
better.
boot cut.
better,
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Again, no
what's-
hate. No hate.
Yeah,
It's
right.
just my-
No
yeah,
hate to
yeah.
anyone.
No, it's
These are our
just
opinions.
our personal.
If you're listening to this podcast and you're wearing skinny jeans, I'm not judging. I am not judging. I promise.
them on.
We're
Keep
gonna
them
see
on.
less,
Yeah.
less skinny jeans on campus.
Sorry.
All right.
Everyone's gonna hate me. Okay.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. What's one fun fact that we might not know about you?
I think I'd say I'm a runner now.
Okay.
Like, I just started running like distance last January.
Oh, good.
So I do half marathons now.
Wow.
Yep. So you just started last January and you're already like killing it.
Well, I
with
did
it.
track in high school. I played
Okay,
soccer
okay.
my entire life.
Oh,
But
that's right.
yeah, like my friend Macy and her fiance, they did a half marathon in Maine last summer.
Oh.
And I asked them, I was like, "Can I join?" And they
Yeah.
said, "Yeah." And I didn't know how much my body could hurt from running so much. Like it hurts now. But I will say it's really fun. And yeah, I'm just kind of a runner now. Like I'm going to Rome in October to run a half marathon.
Wow.
No way.
So I'm gonna have some fun with it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Make a vacation out of it.
That is
but
so fun.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
I love running.
Awesome.
All right. If you could use any form of transportation for the rest of your life that wasn't a car, what would it be?
I have two answers.
Okay.
I always wanted to fly, so I would say like a paraglider.
Okay. Interesting.
Know what I
take.
mean? Where-
Interesting take.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not for me.
Not Natalie. She's never been on a
Okay.
plane, so anything up in the air, you're gonna have to stay on the ground.
I don't blame you. Planes are scary. They are scary.
Okay.
But wait, I need
It's
to hear
okay.
more.
It's okay.
Okay.
We'll talk about this after.
Okay. I will. Well, I could say if you guys are scared of the trains. I love trains.
Oh.
Trains are
Trains
fun.
are interesting.
Like trains are fun,
throughout the
especially
city. And I want
Yeah.
to go overseas. I want to go to Europe and ride a train.
Yes. Yeah.
Wait.
And
It's
go through the cool, you know.
Like the Polar Express?
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Like Harry Potter. That type
Oh,
of thing.
I never saw Harry Potter. I'm sorry. I'm
Me
sorry.
neither.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is unbelievable.
We're alone on
I
that
feel-
island.
We're not very cultured.
I feel so old now.
All right, last but not least.
Okay.
If you were stranded on a desert island, what fashion designer, dead or alive, would you call for help?
I want to say Tommy Hilfiger.
Okay.
Mainly because growing up, like my dad would take me to get outfits for like Christmas or Easter. And so I have like fond memories of wearing Tommy Hilfiger. And I think he's a cool guy. He's really successful. I would love to just talk to him while we're stranded on the island for hours and just like pick his brain and just say, how'd you do
Awesome.
this?
Yeah.
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 That's a really good one. That's a really
Yeah,
good
he's
one.
cool.
Well, Meaghan, that's all we really have for you today. Thanks for coming
Cool.
on the podcast. We really enjoyed,
Thank you both.
hearing your experience from student to entrepreneur. It was just
Yeah.
amazing. It was really
Great.
fun.
Yeah,
Thank
and I'm
you.
sure
Yeah.
a lot of people will really appreciate this episode, and there's a lot to take from it. So thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Meaghan. Thanks for tuning in. We are done chatting for today. This podcast was recorded in the Penn State Brandywine Makerspace Media Production Studio. We Are Chattin was made possible by Penn State Brandywine Strategic Communications and the Brandywine Launchbox. Remember to like this podcast and stream it on wherever you get your podcasts.